Inside Story Uganda, real source of political updates. Inside Story Uganda.
Waakiri tukimeka Nyankole mu kkomera gy'akola omulimu addeyo. Kaakati yeefuka Nyankole can get out of prison. Okitegeeza ne kamera ne bwe zimukwata tumusobola ga nti yeye. Is it true? Ask Sobi.
Mzee Tamale. Bino byeyogera. Big ganti abakola ebikolo binene. They are within. Bali mu security. Wachi president
what I realized the terrorists have a lot of money. They are hired. There are people in the government who know them, who hire them. They were sending. Two, they have a backup in the media. Botulia media Uganda, all of those cases you are talking about. All of those similarities. In many cases, when somebody has been murdered, there is a presence of a woman. Chirumira, Bamutanani.
Namuchara.
Kawes, a woman features prominently. Gundi, Nagirinya Bamutanani, no Musaji. Katumba Yabadinani. You look at this. If we study terrorism, why is it that a woman features? Never but Tabana Makere Mirindi, a woman died. Umukuba wala yafa. So what Abazungu Batuliani Bagamba, this bears the hallmarks of Al-Qaeda. Kakati mwechava kolobovi. As you were chasing COVID, you are also chasing terrorism. You did not train forensic experts. You did not train the anti-terrorism squad. Biba bya bulimba kulya sente n'omulaba n'amasasi gene ne pistol biti yasomera wa terrorism yagenda mukondi ki nabaga nti me up to now I respect Tumukunde. Why? As Tumukunde yali muyiso. But whenever I went there to his office, Tumukunde was reading a new book on crime. Therefore today you noboza mukodome wangu ochola. Nti police ina library.
Babula masanyalaze mu Mugundi.
Fe wetwakulira waliwo program nga bagita Inspector Derrick. Inspector Derrick yakulaganga how the police uncovers crime. Very sophisticated. That was the intention of your program. We used to believe nti bali balaga bitongole nti ekitongole buli kitongole kiina sedeke abafalansa M16 sai ani bali bakulaga nti you cannot commit an offense security netamanya. That is very important. Nkugambye nti there is an element of which of a woman. Two, let us also analyze why I say nti these people bayina ennaku ze battira ku Friday. Ate ne bategeera ne batega president. Mu propaganda batugamba force your enemy to mention your name every day. Even if Museveni calls you pigs, swine, don't mind. Naye kakatebereza nti president yali ku state of the nation address naayita apirika n'amuwaaki
yamuwanga ttu
apirika yasurviving ennakumbeka
zaali ntono.
This one sends the message nti already bwe tuba tuyikola interview mu mawulire we ask has this man been in the news in the recent past? If you are going to conduct an interview, Bamuliddeko has already attracted the attention of the headlines. Until the president even yapozinga namu tingatto zino nagwe ngendo ziwa. Yes. So if that person is hit, then has already hit the headlines.
Yeah.
Nti amwagala nnyo. Amukola ki? Amwagala nnyo. Ekitegeeza he will get paid, he will get this man will get publicity. Kakati loko. Bana abasajja tunolya Katumba. If Katumba had died between two important days. Martyrs Day and the State of the Nation Address. That one, it serves two things in the propaganda. One, they would neutralize the assassination of Katumba.
Martyrs Day, yes. State of the Nation.
Two, they would force Museveni to mention them in his nation, because there was no way he couldn't talk about the assassination of Katumba. These are not pigs. They have a backup of intelligent people. Tekakati katubale mbagamba nsibawadana, as you were saying in Kabusenga. Nsibawadana bankuba. They had a policy to destroy me. The chairman said, nate muri ennaku zino. The chairman said, we must demolish this man, send him to his village, and he wrote, ngamba kozechi. Why did you want me to wrote? Ngana muru mwakoze pate ya mwene muzina amazina. Naffe bwe twagala tusanyukeko
kituufu.
Naffe, you people, we are also a product of a sexual act between my mother and my father. I was not made by carpenters. I was not bought from a supermarket as a doll. Why do you believe nti gwosala endongo wekka? Kubona buli kimu kyonna n'ogyoga ensi n'ogigyoga gwe n'osala endongo. Naffe twagala okusala ku ndongo nga gwe kubanga Katonda ffenna yatutonda mu image ye. Why do you want a man who has delivered committed service to the president? Ani yali awuliddeko kale ebyuma mbiyina naye ani yali awuliddeko nti natunze information? No. Byange somebody ask oba nsula gavumenti ya kitaawe ejja kutugwira ejja kutugwira tuyinza kukkiriza kakati mutukubira bwereere twajja kukolera mmwe. You are the biggest beneficiary butategeera bujozi okujooga abantu tujja kumwavuwaza tulina omwavuwaza yo sabotage n'ekyapa ne certificate of title n'ogikweka n'ekiwanuka kiryowa tumwavuwalize dda singa nkusula eddalu gwe sinza kusula eddalu gwe nenkutambuliza kagaali kabalema biddemu bikwateko olabe naffe mututegeere ntulina amaanyi wano kakati nkugamba nti olaba nti nze bano sibeerinako buzibu bo be balinako obuzibu nti kubaŋŋaanya siribakolerako yadde olunaku olumu siriddamu kubakolera ku nsi mu Kabuli ne mu ggulu tetulisinkanako. Kakati tunoolya Kabusenga. When Kagezi died, it is alleged nti Kagezi baali bamuwa ssente ajjeyo abo bakamoga n'azigaana naga nti million 600 international community, the president is interested in this case. She looked for the president to be for her security. Failed. Never mulemesa. Nanoonya akameme ku Akulo. This woman, Kagezi, was assassinated. Her car was in front of Akulo's vehicle. It is strange. Because for us we ask in intelligence, what is strange? What would be the conduct of somebody? Did the escorts of Akulo fire? How did they know that the assailants were only interested in Kagezi? Bakuba amasasi yadde mu bbanga. Kagezi n'agenda. The following day, Kabusenga launches a fund to help Kagezi's children. Olaba kino katambulire ku kirala kati kusonda ssente. Kiri kiwedde. Kizikire. When Makerere University building was gutted by fire, which keeps documents, important documents, Kabusenga published in his newspaper, Chinese offer to reconstruct the Bantu building. Things must move. Move ku kino. What if it is the Bantu again? Why don't we insist on finding the culprits?
But up to date, it's not yet built.
Kabusenga bayadduse dda ng'akuleeterawo ekipya. Kyenkugamba nti balina a strong bond
mu media.
They have a strong bond in the media. Recently, yali president wa Muwawuja, Kagolo, bukedde alegiti. Kagolo, emmotoka yazze mugoba okuva emitiyana. Kika kya mmotoka ki? Muntu ki wano mu Uganda alina full tank atayimirira kunywa mafuta. Omanyi lwaki bw'oyita eno ku gundi Entebbe gundi highway express tewali petrol station. Naye olwa corruption yaabwe bajja giteekako. Highway tebeerako petrol station. Oyina kubanga bataddemu ki kyobulaba batyayo n'abatakisi bwe gakugwako olagawa. Olaga nti ate oba kajjansi n'akadomola. Era ojja kubawulira nga bagitaddewo. The intention yali ya mmotoka butaweterawo. Temukwata kakati njagala ombuulire mu Uganda gundi Kagolo yalina full tank nti yava emityana nga bamugoba in what particular area. Kagolo is an exposed man. Naturally, when we sight a gundi, a strange car oba ababoda ngaabo, you go mu abatalina miriro abatalina luga ogenda ku petrol station.
Yeah.
Police
eliokumpi.
Yes. Kakati emmotoka ejjeegoba Kagolo. 2. Kagolo yatomera gate according to Bukedde. Emmotoka ya Kagolo yatomera gate yaliwo.
Tetugirabangako.
Gate yali ya lutimbe. And how could a defense man who is guarding fire this man? Emmotoka ya Katumba Wamala mwagirabye. Eyakaweesa mwagiraba. Omulambo gwa Kagolo gwali ludda. Who saw Kagolo's body being taken to the mortuary?
At the crime scene.
Yes, over the crime scene. Because Ugandans are very brave people.
Yeah.
Once after the bullets, the fire, they come.
Buchiri.
Yes. Kakati mutubuulire. Abaana ba Kagolo be yali nabo mu mmotoka baliwa.
Yali mu Muganda wenno.
Anti yali apa kuziika nga akomezaawo baana ba Muganda.
Ne Muganda yali mu naye mu.
Kakati anti aliwa. It is a sharp shock. It is a fake. This is a fake story. That man might have been kidnapped like his brother. Bukedde n'erimba. Nze baali bagenda okumbattula baateeka debate ku TV, ku Bukedde TV. Mirundi ye yavuddeko ababaka ba Buganda okugwa. Nga bwe banzita bamaze tukiyita inoculation theory. You prepare the public. You prepare what?
Waliwo yabadde story nti abalumbye General Katumba Wamala bavudde wazaake kubanga yamukuba ebikonde bali bakomezaawo bagana odongoto simamu naye yakuja publishing nti ajja kumalawo mjeno ne batandika okuya. Ati kakati
ebyo byonna ngenda kubikikola ku final submission. Kakati tunuulira, was Katumba Wamala unconscious? Doesn't he remember? Do you believe Ndi Katumba Wamala cannot tell us owa boda boda yamutwala oba mu ddwaliro tebaamulaba? A newspaper comes up with a contradicting story. This is not this one, is this one.
Ambadde sagala ogendewo. Tujja gendawo lwakubiri. Awo tosimawo.
Newspapers. Somebody already is diluting. Bukedde yakubye n'agamba. Wadde Katumba Wamala yalonze ebisosonkole by'amasasi. Essebo Kulubya, Wekitiibwa Kulubya, Sebowa, yes. Naye ate n'abakuumi be balina SMG. N'abakuumi be era Katumba abakufa, abakuumi be baali bafunidde. Why did he? Was he lured into a trap? Lured into a trap is was insinuating the Katumba was going to a secret meeting. Read the paper. Who cannot be named strikes again? Who? Mubuyuli mukube pick up. When Katumba Wamala was a brigadier, Nganikazini brigadier, I think the president chose Katumba Wamala. Bonna bagenda mu America. That's why I tell you nti temusobola b'America. Mwalina okukyaza b'American presidents babiri, they had to infiltrate your security. Naye monitor yakuba ekifaananyi n'alaga abasajja oba okyabajjukira abaali babambye omukazi nga bamumwa in Gulu Barracks where Katumba was based, not in northern Uganda. In Gulu Barracks monitor naye nebulo yakanoonya kakakikubye kebawadde nebakabetenta omutwe kubanga obwo buli hired mercenaries ate bwavu babuwa sente ntono. I came out kubanga ebyo bifaananyi nali namaze bifuna. Waliwo ekifaananyi ekimu ng'omukyala bamusonsekamu ekipa ya bia ya chairman ka ya Uganda. Era abasajja abo abamonitor bazirowinga ku muntu omu mu kifaananyi ekyo nti musirikale amanyiddwa mu Uganda. I was later informed these were Chadian soldiers in Congo. Nenga tebaagala Katumba agende kusoma. Naye monitor ate bakatumba ambasasi babiira nabo nzi nenkwata owabukedde ku mukole wange enkukwata ng'oli wabukedde ebyenta mbekuyisa mu mutwe temuyinza kunkuba myezi. I don't have any kakati nkugamba whatever reason. What is important in this case, unlike previous cases, it is not Katumba Wamala now. The enemy has grown to the extent of demystifying the invisibility of UPDF. It is UPDF as an institution. Tikakati fetuli scared. Bwembanga mufunyemu n'alumba jeno. Kakati ate bajeno mwenche bakoze. Buli omwayi n'abayitirivu ayina binyira. Kakati omusajja bw'abatuusa abaganda baga nti ani ate bw'otya nzikiriza opama munju. Why don't you combine efforts to eradicate this group? Kati buli omu enforced kabanga ziringa. Instead of chasing omusajja goba gutya mu nyumba nogati kakati omusajja mwenche ngenda okukola ngenda kusula mu ovulo
nzeyitamba nina gutuyina enjogera egamba bafunye akatengo bajana bafunye akatengo.
If you see Uganda ezanyira mu bintu, we had a time when everything was simple. Kakati kankubuuza Katumba Wamala Minister Transport mukoze oluguudo olugendereddwa mu twayisolate Rwanda oluyitira Tanzania ne Burundi. Bwabaawo omusuubuzi omenye ekyagisaako ono gonde ono owa Gambia Abasenegal balina ekitundu kyabwe ng'okukigendamu omala kuyita mu Gambia n'agaana emmotoka okugendayo. This is why the Senegalese moved in. At one time, during Sajjawala, the Senegalese wanted to annex Gambia, Vegeta Senegambia, Nebigana. Why? Because of their strategic interests. You are also, the country's old president has made it public that we are likely to go to Eastern Congo. Who is in Eastern Congo? ADF. We bakuba mwechoko. In my opinion, when the president appointed this committee, the military committee, they should give them guidelines and ensure that the media does not speculate. Anything to do with that committee, military committee, they should have a spokesperson. Abikuba bamusibe. Kubanga nkubulidde there is a strong bond between terrorism in Uganda and the print media. Era bwaba musajja nga yafudde bukedda ayimpuli olaba bukedde yakuba ekyobusiru n'agamba kyabagagga mu Kampala banyigidde Kayihura olw'okuteeka omulambo gwa munnaabwe ku Kabangali. At the same time nga bukedde amaze okugamba nti omusajja abadde ku balukoni ye waggulu ng'asenya manyi n'alaba emmotoka eyatomeddaani n'ekomawo n'emulinnya n'emufootoola kakati ate guba gutya omulambo. They were not correct. Emmotoka eyayise n'emuddamu kasiwukira yadde tasobola kuba na mulambo nebukedde obwekitiibwa kkulu bya Ssebbowa ne Ssebbowa byonna bagamba bituufu.
sigenda kubanga nsuko ngenda kubamberekereza ngenda kusaba producer wange abere ngenda kubalekera ka video ko mwana gutabagambye atako kuba nti ayambibwako avuza ibyo naro kinana jokajoko kuba nti adda enguru muto omwana Maria Nabukera mbasa bagenda kubamba kabalekera mukekennenye namba simu kweziri
mwana
kubanga bamu mwaka sente
naye bamuwe naye nono gwe baziwadde azikozesa
omwana sente zibamuwadde bambi mvubuka azikozesa banga yatugamira tugamba bamwaka kasente aka report nga bulungi bakampadde era oburesende bwezi era bali mu ddwaliro
mwana
basaba ka video katukateeke yo
kubenga tumelekeza kinana
joko tudda
obiri omusajja omumugagga kisumulule alla muwe
neminga yo ngagwe mzeta bagenti gundi
abasajja bagagga webali abantu ba Uganda nze bansupportinga mu credible man era kyobulaba nti ngenda okuteekayo omukono gwange mu kintu oba ninjiwa w'omubiri mba mmaze okutegeera nti ekintu kijja kukola kubanga abantu bakuga nti ekirimu mirundi uyu musajja tabba era abafere ekibaavuwazizza kiri kimu mu nsi temusobola kubeeramu bagagga kwagalana ebeera National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mu nsi temusobola kubeera mu kasiita Kampala State Traders. Kakati what does it mean? Kitegeeza ti abagagga ba Uganda batono nnyo bw'oferako omu todda mu kufera balala. Yes. This is what these people don't know.
NRM people were reporting intimidation and harassment by terrorists at the police posts. These good-for-nothing characters would tell them that there is no political desk. If you do not have a desk for terrorism in your police post, you will go home and somebody else will do the job. The recent shooting of General Katumba by the usual shallow actors, whom I called pigs the other day, you remember I called them pigs, showed the poor organization of the police. The cameras I put in place did their work. As you saw, the killers were running from one area to another area. Why didn't the camera center alert all the patrol cars and even the UAVs? UAVs are these unmanned air vehicles. We have them. They can follow you anywhere once they are deployed to chase and block these killers. No, these wonderful camera managers think that their gadgets are only for storing videos for forensic analysis as part of the post-mortem of the operation. Yes, the cameras are for forensic, but also for enduro alarm. That's what the cameras should do. You should be watching, and if something like this happens, you follow him on the camera because they are watching. They are there. So why don't they make enduro, make alarm? While the crime is going on? Because they are watching. They are just sitting in their command center there. They are watching. The criminals would then be on continuous viewing by all the camera centers if the policemen adopt my directives and rationality in the use of those cameras. So those cameras are there, but they are not fully used. But as you saw, they captured the I told the police, you show the public what the criminals were doing. Now the criminals had covered their faces, but we shall sort that. When the other killings, I have heard some people saying, oh, the killing of Kajezi, the prosecutor, the killing of Kawesi, the killing of Chirumira, and the Muslim sheikhs. But by that time, we do not have cameras. All those killings, most of those killings, even in Chugundu, we do not have cameras. I actually introduced cameras because of that killing that was going on. You remember when I addressed Parliament and I outlined 12 steps. The cameras are just one of them. There are other measures. For instance, the gun which was used is already identified, which was used in the case of the Katumba attack. It is the same one which was used in the Chugundu case. Chugundu, the Major Chugundu. And a number of those, not all of them, were arrested but they were released by the courts on bail. Why somebody who has killed people should be released on bail, I cannot understand. Bail for what? Huh? So His Lordship, the Chief Justice is here. I will get time and we talk, but we can't really go on. Because you see, these people want to turn our army into a criminal army. Because if they go on arresting and release, next time they will just shoot them. These criminals, oh, he was running away, we killed him. You will not be there to tell the story. So we are going to sit down and really, I'm glad the cameras are working. The other systems are working also, but they are not fully used. The police is therefore directed to stop. These policemen abandoned using radios. I think this was under the regime of Kale. They abandoned using radio. They now use mobile phones. Hello, hello, hello. Now, mobile phone, you talk to only one person. Police don't work like that. Police work on a network. It is like a village where you make enduro, because when you make enduro, the whole village wakes up. The camera people should, when they are watching, they see something like that, they should shout and say, "Uyo, uyo, uyo, uyo." And then everybody should be hearing. You should be on the same network. Not looking for the DPC who is asleep. No, we don't need DPC. We just need the people on duty. Whether DPC is asleep or not, it's none of our business. The police post, the police station must always be open and on radio communication, and everybody should be communicating. Something happens here, the whole system knows. Henceforth, the police is directed, again, I had already directed them, but I repeat it, stop using mobile phones and go back to using radios that are open to all stations so that they can act promptly in emergencies like the one of General Katumba. In addition to the cameras, our security leaders have been working on my directive of installing the digital monitors. This was part of the 12 points, to have a digital monitor in every vehicle, every piki-piki, so that wherever you are, the command post can know. I know some people want to hide where they are going for some very simple reasons. But please, we have got very serious issues we are dealing with. You'll have to forgive us. After General Katumba and General Tumwine, we are the people working on that particular system. The one of digital monitors. And when you try to tamper with it, we see you. They have taken long to implement this plan. This will make it easy to know which piki-piki, which car, or which boat on the lake. We shall also introduce it on the lakes, on the boats, so that we know which boats are where on the lake. The country is secure. These people who were involved in the Katumba incident, I am sure we shall get them, because we already have good leads. We shall get them. And I'm following you also very, very closely. But this is different from the Kagezis from the Kawesis, because at that time there were so many things which were not in place. Now we have some of the things in place. Not all, but it is much easier this time. The country is secure, is progressing, and corruption and disorientation will be defeated. Right Honorable Speaker, I have not yet appointed a Prime Minister, and therefore I am not able this time to present the legislative program. I will present it when the Prime Minister is appointed. It will be much easier for me to present the legislative program. So here, I just repeated the strategy of the NRM that will cause social transformation in Uganda and ensure security of our country. I thank you very much.